Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Derailed Podcast, where we talk about things and then forget what we're talking about, so we then talk about other things.
I like that intro. It's a good intro.
Thank you. That was ad-libbed.
Wasn't thought up.
I did not write that down. So I'm going to have to come back to the...
By the way,
do we have anything written down?
No.
Honestly? No.
So I'm going to have to come back to this.
I've stopped writing things down because we just go off topic completely every time.
I'm going to have to watch this video to remember what I said right before each podcast before we do the next one. So we're going to have a ton of 13-second views on our videos on the YouTube. So just get excited for that. This one's going to have it's going to be our most watched, but it's going to be the shortest duration watched.
Just because you got to keep repeating over and over again.
And I'm going to watch it on my kid's account so that it actually counts as views.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, you get those views.
Yep.
I mean, hey, we'll have here's an idea. We'll have each one of us say that line every week.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll just rotate.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
Next is going to be Boyan, and then Fox, and then me.
Sounds good.
So we'll just have that line be a thing.
So here's a question. Do we try and outdo each other with that line, just that line, and try and make it as exciting as possible?
Sure.
I wonder how you outdo one another.
Just fireworks going behind you.
I mean, we can
have fireworks going
on. Burn the house down.
Box has 2 weeks to plan. He's already planning on an outdoor podcast. He's not going to
in the moonlight.
In the moonlight.
Streamers going
I had
on
a pretty good idea. Just literally start this epic music in the background.
Oh, I'm gonna have.
I can't wait till it's my turn now.
In the background of me, it's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be I got a whole entire month to plan. Get ready, boys.
Oh yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, so I was thinking about bringing this up on the podcast, but I'm like, you know what? Sure, why not? Might and Magic. I've been playing a lot of Might and Magic lately. Have you guys played Might and Magic at all? The Might and Magic games?
I think so.
They're pretty old.
I'm trying to remember if I have or not. I think I might own it. What was it?
Were they on the 360 at all?
I think one of them was, yeah.
I think I played that one. It was free on Xbox Gold. And I was like, I'm gonna try it.
They're pretty old games. One of them, I mean, the one that I'm playing, it's from the era when you use the arrow keys versus WASD.
Oh wow!
So look, those are the good old days.
Oh yeah,
those are
you have to contort your hand in this particular position. It was even worse if you're playing on a laptop. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've been really addicted to that game. Oddly enough, I was playing Final Fantasy 15 for a while, and I just got a really big urge to play one of the really old RPGs that has a loot fest mechanic essentially.
Yeah,
and I came up with Might and Magic after watching a video from Seth Tech, something like that. He's a really cool YouTuber that I'll have to link you guys later, but it's a really good game. I didn't think I would be addicted to an old RPG from I don't even know. It's early 2000s. I know that. It's weird calling that a really old game, right?
Right. Yeah.
It's what we don't realize is that's 20 years old now. That's Jesus. I don't like saying that.
Man. Yeah, it's a really good game. I highly recommend checking out Might and Magic 8. There's a mod for it that essentially it combines Might and Magic 6 through 8 on 8's engine. So you get all this content from 3 games in one package. It is 100% worth it. It is kind of like janky. I mean, it's an old game.
Yeah.
But
I wish they would do that with more
Recommend it.
games, where like they combine a lot of the older games into like a collection. I know they do that with some of them, but like
yeah,
I feel like Final Fantasy or like Fire Emblem, those type of games would definitely benefit from that.
I loved
Especially
Fire Emblem.
I
loved Fire Emblem.
I would pay so much money for
Honestly, I don't
Fire Emblem
think
collection.
I don't think they would be able to do that with Final Fantasy because the storylines with those are just so long each, let alone trying to combine everything together.
Look
Right.
at
also
Final
they're
Fantasy
vastly-
VII
they're vastly
remastered.
different, yeah.
What's that?
Look at Final Fantasy VII remastered. How long that took to?
Yeah,
actually-
I'm
that's like reimagined graphics and like gameplay. It's like different gameplay and stuff.
Well, the thing is, you can switch it between like the third person, the newer style, and you can switch it back to the old one. Yeah,
Style,
the turn-based.
The old style, yeah.
But I was actually about to. I have it downloaded, and I was gonna start playing it soon when got the time and whatnot. No, PlayStation.
No, not yet.
Is it
Otherwise, I'd
is
be
it still
playing
only
it.
PlayStation?
It's PS4. Yep.
Yeah, I would
Gotta
have
get
I would have
PS4.
started playing it by now if it was on PC.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Oh god, what was I gonna say? There's something about all this too. Morrowind. Morrowind, Skyrim, those games. Skyrim, there's a modding scene for that where they're actually they're recreating the old games.
Yep.
I have not heard about that one.
Cool.
I saw
It's,
they're doing like Oblivion.
Yep. Exactly. Like they're doing, they call it Sky Oblivion and Skywind, and they're just recreating the worlds from these old games.
See, that's the one that I think that they should just put them all together and release this like massive MMO. That.
But ESO is.
Yeah, that's what ESO is essentially. You know.
They should have like a RPG where it's like the full world of Elder Scrolls, because even like I think Arena was the first. Was that the first one? I think that had the first like the entire map.
It was
close.
huge. Yeah, it's a huge
Daggerfall
world. I think it's Daggerfall.
I think it's
First
Daggerfall that has like the big map.
Yeah, it is like a massive world. They still use it on scale.
Yeah.
Like they compare games to that game still today, and it was from the 90s.
Yeah. I wish they kept. I actually watched like a YouTube documentary about like the Elder Scrolls franchise and like kind of how they've kind of gone away from like the original thought. Because in Daggerfall you could do so much, like you can make your class whatever you wanted it to be, and like mold your character how you wanted it to, what you thought it would be, and it'd be like amazing. Where like a lot of the like Skyrim and Oblivion kind of had this set path that you would go down, where you'd like focus on like very specific things with a character, but like it wasn't as in depth as like Daggerfall and like Arena.
Morrowind as well. I was actually disappointed seeing the stuff they took out from Morrowind, because it was literally so like the armor system was so in depth where you could have like two different shoulder pads, two different styles. You could have a light armor shoulder pad on one arm and a heavy armor shoulder pad on the other, and still be viable in the game. It was really just a really cool thing that you could do, and it was just open. It allowed you to do what you wanted to do because you could. And then there was like the spell creation system where you can literally nuke a city.
Oh yeah, I love watching videos on that.
Oblivion had that, but then they took it out in Skyrim. It was so sad.
Man, it's
I love watching all of like in PC like Oblivion, you can set your stats to like the max limit and just like jump off a cliff and be like fly across the map. It's amazing.
Yep.
Well, you could do that in Skyrim too, but
like that too.
But in Skyrim they call that a bug, not a feature.
Yeah. That's a feature.
That's how the speedrunners get it done so quickly. I tell you, I've gone down the speedrunning rabbit hole recently, and I don't. Who finds these things? Who has that much time? Like if you so the Skyrim speedrun strat is get a horse, face it on a rock so it's facing down but not falling. Get off your horse, log out, log back in, jump, and you just shoot across the map. Poof. Who has that much time to find these bugs? Who thought,
I don't know.
I bet you if I took a horse, laid it on its face, got off of it, and then moved, I would just super speed. But like you have to like save, log out, log back in, because then you have it permanently. So like you can do that and then use it, but you can only use it once. But if you log out, log back, you have it permanent. And then they're like, you see them and they jump and they shoot across the map and then they land in this one specific lake. Because if you land anywhere else, you die. So then they're like, splash. Okay, cool. And then they're running up a hill and now they're at the last boss and they literally have a bow, the starter arrows, and a dagger. And then they kill the boss in like 3 hits. And you're like, I have been full dragon set gear with all glass weapons and top knot and he has one shot me. I hate you. I don't know what you're doing different. So yeah, that's how the Skyrim speedrunning is. Like it's like, or if you for Mario, if you jump backwards, what's the one with the big is it 3D?
Oh, Mario 64. I think I know exactly
64,
what you're talking about.
Yeah. So if you jump,
that's the big speed run.
Yeah, if you jump backwards through a mirror, you glitch to where the star is. And then you just have to walk through a little corner of a wall, and next thing you know, you're in a whole nother zone.
Yeah. So there was speaking of Mario 64, there was one dude that was speedrunning it, and he was able to pull off a glitch because something happened to his cartridge, and they explained it. Basically, a particle, a neutron or a photon or something went through his cartridge at just the right spot to change one of the numbers from a 0 to a 1 that let him jump like an extra little bit to reach the fucking time. And I'm like, the astronomical, and this is literally what I mean, astronomical, because this is coming in from outer space.
Right.
The coincidence that can happen is just astounding. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, that can't be possible. That can't be possible.
It's
but they
quintillions in one.
Oh yeah, and it's stupid. Like,
it's used for that, yeah.
And that's what it's used for.
You could go get a lottery ticket.
Right. No, he shouldn't go get a lottery ticket. He used all of his luck for the rest of his life.
Exactly.
I mean, that was all the luck for the rest of the country.
Yeah.
And then 2020 happened.
I was gonna say, then the economic downfall began. Thanks, Photon dude. One speedrunner, and that's all it took.
You're right.
That was pretty good.
You know, I actually one game series that I actually really do miss is the Fable series.
Oh, Fable.
Yeah, I haven't even thought about
game.
Fable in so long.
Mm-hmm.
I sincerely enjoyed just wrecking the town at the very end of each and every one of those.
Oh my god. Yeah, that was a good game.
Complete demon.
Yeah. Or just sit there like literally amassing the amounts of money that you need to save the city just by sitting there and baking pies for hours on end. Well, that's how I earned my fortune right there.
That's
oh
amazing.
man, I still remember the graveyard farming for experience. Where you just get a multiplier of like 10,000.
Oh yeah.
I was such a nerd for that game when it I was a fan of Lionhead Studios in general because they made the Black and White series, which I was huge on. Did you know that game actually won a Guinness Book of World Records for AI?
No, really?
Yeah, it was for the creature AI because every single thing that you did or anything that the creature saw, it would learn. There was variables for it.
Oh
in
wow!
The background. And it would do all. I mean, this was kind of insane for the time because this creature really was kind of like the exemplary, AI for a lot of what was to come for the future. It did all of those things, and it's crazy that that the same people who made Fable actually made that game. So yeah,
the AI on World of Warcraft can't even have my pets staying on the boss, so they keep running back and forth constantly, and I'm not even sure if they're doing damage anymore. So we've gone backwards, is what I'm saying. Is somehow we have rolled it back.
I think I think the devs went.
Never changed that mechanic from since then.
No, I think the devs went. This is a little too smart for our players. We need to dumb it down.
It makes me so mad.
When did Fable come out?
Oh God, that was
around the same time as.
That was early 2000s. That was in the 360 days.
Yeah.
Actually, was it 360? It was. Fable 1 was Xbox.
Fable 1 was, I think,
the original Xbox.
Oh, was it? Was it? Oh, okay. Was it the huge Xbox?
See, this is. I just want you guys to know. So quickly, we've officially added Boyan and Box to the team, and my favorite part about Box is that every time we ask a question, you could tell that he's sitting there Googling it because his eyes get bright. Like, oh no, wait, hold on, that was in Xbox. That was in definitely Xbox.
Well, no, I knew it was Xbox, but when I got the date, that's when I Googled it.
Yeah. You could definitely tell that he's sitting there.
Because Fable 2 was, and I think 3 was 360 as well.
It's always good to have someone honestly Googling things in the background.
Listen, when we say when we say that we'll check with our research team, what we actually mean is Box is sitting there with Google open, just typing things in during the podcast, and they'll have an answer for us shortly.
Here I am with like 3 monitors, but the problem is that my monitors are actually my my lighting.
Right.
Yeah. So just a white screen.
He's got. You could tell because
minimizing my windows.
You could tell it because it's a little blue, so it's like definitely he has the old school Windows blue background in there, so that you could a little bit of blue, and then
bam. That's with Firefox open.
See the things we do to have quality videos.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, except Box obviously hasn't bought a real camera yet, so.
I do have to say,
getting a camera, by the way. I'm just
we never claim to be 100% right on any of these topics.
Please fact check us. Put comments down below. We'll probably agree with you saying that we're wrong.
Oh yeah.
And honestly, I know all these games and I've played most of them. I can't tell you when anything is or when it came out or when it happened, so I'm just a big dumbass, and feel free to comment that down below too.
I mean, hey, I have to admit I'm pretty bad too. I played Morrowind for years, actual years, and I still don't know a lot about the game.
In my head, we're still in the early 2000s, so the fact that we're talking about the early 2000s as like a time period, like I think
It ages us, man. Let's
I don't want to talk about how old we are. It's it's old. It's hitting so bad. What happened?
What happened?
What happened? It's just, he looks so dejected. Like, what happened?
Well, think about it. Think about it, Boyan. I met you in what, 2002?
2001.
Okay, so we're at 20 years.
Yeah, we're at 20 years, sir.
I have known you for 2 full decades.
Yeah, congratulations.
Jesus, how the hell did you survive?
Well, it's always weird thinking about it because, like, with Idar, I met him in 2011.
Yeah.
So we've been.
You guys are 10 years, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
10 years.
I mean, me and my wife got
It's weird.
Me and my wife got married in 2007.
Oh wow, yeah.
That's right.
That is
Yeah.
honestly really
Long
awesome.
ass time ago. Yes, I know. Thank you.
Remember,
Is she still sitting next to you?
Oh yeah, she's still right here. She's still. Listen, she has no problem with agreeing that it's been way too long. Okay.
Yeah. As long as both of you are on the same page.
Right.
Not like, oh, honey, it feels like just yesterday. No, it was a long ass time.
I started watching this show on Hulu. It's I think it's a FX Hulu show. It's Breeders.
Oh my god, that looks so good.
First off, it's called Breeders. It's literally about being a parent with 2 kids and like what you do. And I think the best line that I heard, I've only watched like the first like 3 or 4 episodes, was like, I want the best for my children and I would die for them, but sometimes I just want to fucking kill them. And you're just like, I looked at this show and I'm like, oh man, it's way too realistic. Like, this isn't a TV show. This is literally watching somebody have children. And you're like,
oh god.
so,
I bet
yeah.
you could see my parents getting super, super, super pissed off at me many times, and they have.
I'm trying to think. I'm totally drawing a blank on the main actor's name. He's in everything.
Martin Freeman.
Thank you.
Yes.
The whole entire show opens up to him sitting there typing on a computer, and his kids are in the bedroom and they're playing, but they're being very, very loud. Like somebody gave these children a drum and a kazoo or something. And he's sitting there and he's working at home, and he goes and he stands up, he walks halfway up the stairs, he goes, no, let's just pull it together, it's fine, I'm just gonna go in there and ask him to be quiet, it's fine. And by the time he gets to the top of the stairs, they've hit the drum another 52 times, and he opens the door and he goes, shut the fuck up. And I'm like, yep, I've been there. You hold it together, everything's nice, peace and calm, you get to the door, and then you just whip it open and you're like, I don't want to hear it anymore. So yeah.
Disclaimer, Trad did not do that.
No. I would never.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Oh my god.
Gotta take a nice long drink.
Listen, if there is any parent that watches this, they 1000% understand. Sometimes your children, like I said, I would die for my children, but sometimes I just want to kill them. That's just how it is. Like, I want the best for them, and at the same time, I want the best for them to hurry up and get here because they're driving me up a wall. Especially after 2020.
Oh,
like,
I honestly, I pity everybody that had to homeschool their kids
oh my
during
God.
2020. I really do.
We're not even technically homeschooling, but the
Well,
virtual
I know,
learning on
but
the other
like-
is no better.
Yeah. No.
Like, sure, the teachers are putting papers together and they're grading them, but
There's no focus.
there's like 40,000 times a day they're still coming up to you going, I can't find this paper that's sitting in front of them
Mm-hmm.
right there. They come in bags. You open up your bag, look through, write your paper. I mean, the big problem is that the mess that they make from school because they need scissors to cut paper.
Oh, yeah.
And at school they're on tile and can be swept up and cleaned easily. Here we have carpet and it's not. It's confetti all the time.
Do you have long carpet or
no?
Short carpet?
No, they're one's at my dining room, the other one's in a bedroom. Like, we weren't prepared to have to like set up whole areas. My wife went out and bought school desks. She actually went out and bought school desks. So they have desks.
Oh wow. Okay.
And my daughter was not paying attention enough and not focusing enough and not doing any of her work that we took the school desk away, and now she's at the dining room table, which means now we have to hear class along with also helping with class.
Yeah.
So, that's
At
fun.
least you get to relearn some things.
I don't pay attention. I just hear the loud noises. So sometimes I'll hear my daughter saying things. Like I did overhear around Christmas, my daughter explaining to her school class that Daddy had told her that Jesus was actually born in the spring, because it would have been too cold to have a newborn outside in a manger at Christmas. I'd also like to mention that my daughter goes to a Catholic school. That was an interesting conversation I had afterwards with her. I was like, baby, yes, I tell you these things. No, you shouldn't go tell your Catholic school first grade class. Thanks. Surprisingly, we didn't get an email from that.
Man.
We did get an email about my son looking at random things on the internet. And to be fair, my son, he's in 3rd grade, and I may be a little naive, but I believed his explanation was my son likes to draw, and he wanted to find pictures of statues.
Mm-hmm.
But he wanted to find pictures of statues of his favorite video game characters. And so he was searching for things, and I don't know if he saw a YouTube video, which also questioned what YouTube videos he was watching, or something about one of the characters being pregnant. So he kept searching for her being pregnant, and thankfully nothing came up.
Very, very bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we did get an email about that, and they had to have that conversation. Listen, the school iPads are for school. So.
No, I believe that because I believe that he stumbled upon something like that, because there are some weird YouTube videos out there.
I know
that do.
Yeah, we post this podcast on YouTube. I know there's weird YouTube videos. There's currently 4 guys recording a video sitting around talking about my kids going to school. So yes, there's weird YouTube videos. All right, sorry, go ahead.
They target kids.
Yeah.
And it's like what was it? Of all things, I'm trying to remember. It was superheroes that are pregnant.
Yeah. Right. No, what? I know. Trust me, I've seen when they watch YouTube, we have them watching on TV. And it's Roblox videos are the weirdest damn thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah.
They have some Among Us stuff that is out there.
Yeah.
Yep.
But thankfully, and then I had originally thought YouTube has YouTube Kids. So then I started looking into YouTube Kids. And the first thing I found was that weirdos will post a YouTube Kids video where the first minute of it is nice, happy, fun things, and then immediately cuts into hardcore porn.
Huh. Okay.
So the algorithm, which only watches a certain portion of the video, doesn't catch it. And then your kids are sitting there watching weird. But
very I'm thinking very few moderate or like they really don't put a lot towards YouTube Kids.
No,
they really don't, because there's quote unquote a small demographic.
literally. They're physically small.
And it's awful because there's so much terrible stuff that can go on there and they don't catch it.
Right. Which is why I actually looked it up first before I was like, oh, hey, you guys can go on YouTube Kids. And thankfully I did. Because that could have gone all bad. And that would have been another weird conversation that I didn't want to have this year. Eventually, I'm going to have some weird conversations.
You will. You really will.
Fun story, though. We did make an agreement that I would handle the boys and she would handle the girls. And we only have one boy. Guess what?
But she's over there, like, glaring at you.
Yeah. No, she's mostly ignoring me.
You tell me, Tread, does she view these podcasts later on?
No, she doesn't view my podcasts. She doesn't watch any of my stuff. No, come on, let's be realistic.
That's probably for the best, let's face it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said she's not a girlfriend, that we're married, so she doesn't have to pretend to like my things.
I mean, hey, like, Idar literally only opens my streams just so I get the view count.
Hey.
So I'm fine. I mean, I'm honestly fine with that.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
I tried to do that for Calf today because I had like, I was in a weird like lull at work today.
Mm-hmm.
And he decided he was going to stream in the middle of the day. I was like, oh, cool. So I turned it on. I log it up on my second monitor. I said, hey, Calf. And then he immediately logged off. And I was like, okay.
Kafka likes to do that, I noticed.
And then he posted in the Discord, he's like, oh, something came up, I had to log off. And I was like, okay.
Is that something you showing up? Is that
I guess. I said this is like the game he was looked absolutely terrifying. So I was kind of excited I didn't have to sit there and watch it, but
what was he playing?
I don't remember. Something hand drawn. It was some sort of horror story thing. It literally had like this little girl in a window when I first pulled it up that looked, and then there was like a monster behind her and it scared the crap out of me. So, and I'm sitting here. It was like, it was like noon, like during the day. So there was no reason for me to be petrified of a small little girl at a window, but that's what happened.
Yeah, I do have to recant a story really fast. Have you guys ever played the very first Silent Hill game?
No.
Oh, yes.
No? Okay, so that came out on PlayStation 1.
Mm-hmm.
The graphics were basically, think Tomb Raider, like polygons everywhere.
Nice.
My brother and I decided to rent this game way back in the day.
Yeah, because you said the word rent a game and people aren't on Fox. Do you understand that you used to be able to go to stores and rent games?
You literally had to go to
you would play games. You would play them for a while and then you would take them back.
Return them, yes.
You can still rent games.
Actually, they just closed all the ones around here. They officially closed the last of them.
Redbox. If you go to a Redbox,
Redbox.
you can rent games.
Yeah, you can.
And there's also the Gamefly. I don't know if that's the whole thing, but that's a
Gamefly.
It's like it was a website.
Yeah, but that's a subscription type thing. I meant like, well, you see, and I don't even know if we have Redbox around here anymore.
Oh my god, Gamefly is still.
We still do.
We do. I do. I do have one in my grocery store.
Yeah.
Not that I.
But anyway, so we rented this game. We got home, and we waited to play it until like midnight. For some reason, we wanted the ambiance.
Oh my god.
So the very first like opening scenes, it's you get out of the car, you're climbing the mountain, and it starts raining. So at our house, it started to drizzle outside too. And I'm like, all right, this is getting a little intense. I swear to God, the first time that demon dog jumped out at us from out of goddamn nowhere, both of us freaked the fuck out and turned the game off. We're like, no, we're not playing this right now. We're done.
Nope.
I have to say, by the way, Silent Hill is one of my favorite games of all time. It's top 3.
Oh yeah.
So I bought it recently, quote unquote recently. I would say within the last 2 years. Rebought it, and I had to sadly sell the PS1 disc.
Oh.
And that went for $90.
Wow.
That game, people love that game.
Yeah.
And it for a reason. Like as Boyan said, the ambience is absolutely like
it's
oppressive
terrifying.
in a good way.
It's terrifying.
Yeah. It's so good, and it builds up the horror. It doesn't throw it at you. It builds the suspense, the terror. All of that comes over time. It does not like to. It does have a few jump scares, like Boyan said, the dog. Yeah.
Fuck that dog.
But it does not explicitly rely on jump scares, which so many games these days do. I'm
trying to remember what I used to play with my buddy. We would only play at night, and it was absolutely terrifying. Oh, Resident Evil. Yeah, as soon as I
the other one.
Resident Evil. Pretty much they put the kibosh on scary games up for me until about 20 years later, roughly.
And now you're playing Phasmophobia.
And now we're playing yeah.
Well, that's probably one of the first horror games I've picked up in a very long time. I just don't. It just makes me uncomfortable. So that I never played them. I said I don't want to play them. Listen, Phasmophobia scares the living shit out of me.
But it's such a good game.
No, it is. It is a very good game. It's fun to do, especially when you have a full group of people and you're playing it. But
honestly, after a little bit. After you've played Phasmophobia a couple of times, you're like, okay, I don't get scared anymore.
Right. That's exactly what it was.
It becomes the most fun because you can play, like, you can screw around with other people.
Yeah.
Like killing people in the closet by opening the doors.
Or keep talking until the ghost comes at Potato and not you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that a couple times.
Oh, man. This was hilarious, but the other day I was playing Phasmophobia with the new objectives. They have new objectives, by the way. We all have to play.
I haven't seen it.
Okay.
You can stop a ghost from hunting with a smudge stick. So you can literally throw have a smudge stick out in front of it, and it will stop hunting. But the problem is that the smudge stick has to run out.
So you have to have a burnt smudge stick?
If you're waving it at it, like flailing with the smudge stick, it's not going to work. So we tried it, and we're all hiding in the closet. Guess what the ghost was? A wraith. It can go through doors.
Oh my god.
So it went through the door and murdered one of the people who were just like flailing with the smudge stick, like wait, no, it wasn't. But anyways, it was just a non-VR player. So the one who had the smudge stick was like holding it out in VR and literally doing this.
Is it so it has to be like a completely burnt out smudge stick?
You have to light it and point it at the ghost, and it will run out. When it runs out, the ghost will stop hunting.
That is hilarious. That is kind of an oddity. I'm trying to figure out the mechanics behind that, but it's kind of funny to me.
So it is great.
I think the benefit of Phasmophobia that we didn't have when we were playing, like, you know, Silent Hill and Resident Evil is the ability to play with other people.
Yeah.
That's what makes it, I think, more tolerable, as opposed to, you know, you're there alone just kind of staring at a screen, because for me, I don't know about everybody else, but for me, when I'm just alone and playing a game, I get a little more into it.
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to, you know, having people that I'm talking to that kind of keeps me balanced in between.
Kind of breaks you out of that video game playing trance that we all get into.
Yeah.
So I played Phasmophobia in VR, by the way, solo.
Yeah.
That sounds awful.
One of the most terrifying experiences I think I've ever had, aside from when Box and I were in the garage and it popped up in front of my face.
So we bring that one up quite a bit.
Yeah, that seems to be your go-to. I was so scared that I peed my pants.
Honestly, the highlight of horror for me. That moment really was a highlight of horror.
That's so funny.
Yeah, like a.
That's why when everyone else in my like team dies, that's why I'm like, nope, I'm out.
Right.
Don't know what it is, but
I don't care.
We're driving away.
Yeah. I still think one of my first time playing, and I was like, I'm like, okay, I know this is a scary game. I know the ghost shows up in front of you. I have no idea what any of it looks like. I'm like, but it can't be that bad. And then I got a small child with half of its head missing and completely bleeding all over. And then it chased me down and it killed me and I freaked out. And I still, to this day, am pissed off that Streamlabs broke and I did not get it on video because I literally was like, don't look at the screen.
On the screen.
But I don't have it on video and I'm so mad. I'm so mad. That would have been the best video. It could have went viral. There's no way it wouldn't have. It was so funny. Just like I'm like sitting there like watching myself in the corner going, don't do it. And then I'm like, I killed me. I have no idea what to do. So, and then everybody teabagged my body.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Yeah.
Have I mentioned that all my friends are assholes?
I mean, that's what we're here for.
I'm in VR, so
yeah, right. That's the only reason you play in VR.
That would cost me my legs.
As I say, point. Only reason you play in VR is so that you can teabag people easier. Real nice.
No,
real nice.
No. I'm not doing exercise for Phasmophobia.
I still think the funniest story out of any of it is Calf falling backwards into a laundry basket because he was playing. Calf falling backwards. Oh my god, it's so funny. Calf falling backwards into a laundry basket.
Oh man, he should have been streaming that.
Oh.
That would have been a perfect highlight for.
We need to get Calf on camera. Like, I have known him 10 years.
Not gonna happen.
I have known him for 10 years and I've never seen an actual picture of him. He sends fake pictures all the time. Like, this is what I look like, and it's like some super buff dude, and you're like, hey, that's not what you look like.
He hides like Soak does.
Yeah.
Of course, we did find Soak. No, not us, by the way. Idar found Soak on Facebook.
Oh yeah. And he probably has like my boss does, which is just like a generic picture of like some other dude.
Nope, it's totally Soak.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Good job, boys. We got him. Well, one down. Tell Idar start looking into Calf.
I bet you he would find him.
Yeah, I know. I think I might.
Sleuthing.
I think I actually might be friends with Calf. I don't think he has any pictures on there either.
He probably doesn't.
I'm thinking about it now. Back when Facebook was cool and we all used to become each other's Facebook friends. We don't do that anymore.
I have not used Facebook literally at all, aside from professional.
I have a trad dad. I have a trad dad Facebook. And every day I get a notification in my email saying that I have 2 new notifications. I still haven't done anything about it. They go into this social media tab, which is like my one that I auto click and delete because I don't care.
Yep.
And then so Yeah, I have a Trad Dad has a Facebook. It doesn't even have the updated logo, if that tells you how little caring I've been.
Okay, now I have to ask, how many of us use Facebook? How many?
I have Facebook. I don't actively use Facebook.
I have Facebook. I don't post anything, and like I rarely look through like the feed. I mostly use it for like the video section, just to kind of just scroll through random videos that it like recommends me.
I haven't had Facebook in about 10 years.
I used to go on there all the time when my mom was alive to check out the pictures that she was posting of my kids. Because well, not that I couldn't get them from her, but you know, it was just easier to be like scroll through like, oh, they all went to this place today and look at all these pictures of stuff. But
yeah,
I don't actually use Facebook. Now it's all about the Twitter, okay? Not that I use Twitter, but Trad Dad Gaming does.
I use Twitter for professional reasons. Social media to me is for professional reasons. Yeah. Like I post my portfolio work on Facebook as well as Twitter.
Yeah.
And it actually gets quite a big it's a big impact because like you get people from the actual company seeing this stuff and favoriting it or not favoriting, liking stuff like that. Yeah. And it's really cool. Stuff like that. I think like Twitter really allows you to branch out with a lot of stuff.
I was never big into this social media stuff ever. Like, I was already in the military by the time Facebook came around. I actually got one of the first approvals onto Facebook before, like, you know how they did, like, it was a college only thing first, and then they brought in the military, and then after the military, then it went to the public. So I was actually on there before, 99% of people could be. And I didn't find anything. I mean, I was on there and I read things, but it just wasn't nearly as I didn't get as involved into it. I played I played the Facebook game. I did. All about the mafia, man.
Pretty much.
The last social media site that I actually got really into was MySpace.
MySpace was awesome. Like
MySpace was awesome, and just the ability that you can set your own page up and do coding and shit. Oh, that was fun.
Fox is like, "What's MySpace?" He's like looking around his room. He goes, "This is MySpace." Listen, trying to figure out your top 8.
That's true.
That was the hardest thing in the world when we were in high school. If you put somebody in your top 8, and that's when you knew like your friends were mad at you, is when you got dropped out of their top 8, and then you call them up, and you call them up on the house phone because you didn't have cell phones then, and you call them up and be like, "Excuse me, Miss
my Nokia."
Excuse me, Mrs. Boyan, can I talk to Boyan? I need to find out why he took me out of his top 8. And then Boyan's like, "Well, that's because you called my dad a bitch."
That's right. I didn't drop you. My dad did.
My dad logged on and made me take you out of top 8.
Now to the millennial part of the podcast.
I mean, hey, I still think Are we millennials still?
We are.
Like millennials?
Yeah. So okay, I did see this chart. Technically, anybody born between 85 and 90 is a zillennial.
Yeah. So I'm a zillennial.
Yes.
What about 84?
84, so you are Gen X.
Yes. Ha! Suck it, millennials. You guys are old. You guys get off my lawn.
Gen X, Zillennial, then Millennial, then Gen Z.
Yeah, because it was. I mean, it was such a big progress.
I've never seen anything about.
It was such a big. It was such a.
Just thought too.
It was such a big progress. So much happened in such a short period of time for like technology and everything. It's like we've been on a ever fast pacing roller coaster that is eventually just going to slam into the sun or something.
Yeah, because I'm kind of in that middle ground between millennial and Gen Z, like where I like understand Gen Z culture like a lot, and then like some of millennial culture. But like Gen Z, I like even some of their stuff. I'm just like, what? Like with the TikToks, like a lot of the TikTok stuff. I'm just like, I don't really understand some of this. But then I see like a goat
screaming at somebody.
Millennial humor, or not Gen Z humor is the funniest thing to me. But to anyone older, it wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Like
I honestly have a very hard time keeping up with it, and I have.
See, he used the term "with it," so that just lets you know how old he is.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So especially when Vines came out.
I used to love Vines.
And I'm like, okay, so this is a full-blown sketch in what, 10 seconds or less. Go.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I have too much of an attention span to actually like be able to enjoy something like that.
I'm trying to remember what the quote's from, but I can remember the quote, but I can't place it. I used to be
ADHD, so.
Huh? You're what? What'd you say?
So I have ADHD, so.
Yeah. I used to be with it, but then they changed what it was. And I think that like perfectly describes like where I'm at in my life. Like,
right.
I used to know what was cool, and then they changed what cool was, and now I don't know what's going on anymore.
Okay, what is it?
I used to be with it. Like, I used to be cool, but then they changed what cool was, and now I don't understand what cool is anymore.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah. It takes a little bit to like in the newer the newish generation that I think they're now calling Zoomers.
Zoomers, yeah. Because
their whole entire life for the last year has been Zooms.
It's Gen Z, so instead of boomers, they're Zoomers.
They're Zoomers. Got it.
Yeah.
So some of their like, I was reading through something on Reddit, and like somebody said, what is something that as an older person you don't understand that's funny to younger people? And somebody said, I just went into a thread and it just had the letter E in it, and everybody thought it was, I have no idea what that means, but Box is cracking up. I knew this is where we were going to go with this. So I don't understand. Why is E funny? It's just capital E's.
Oh my god. I'm just remembering the meme.
E was a meme from Markiplier, right?
Yeah,
Did it start from Markiplier? Yeah.
See, I
mean, I'm a lot more connected too.
Yeah.
As well. Like I do a lot of I'm on YouTube every day.
Right.
Every single day I watch YouTube videos. So
see, that
is part of the reason why I'm able to.
See, I am too, but it's because I'm old and I only watch cooking videos. I have my political podcast that I watch. I have my cooking videos. Huh?
How old are you?
Oh God, how old am I gonna be? 37 this year.
37. Okay, I'm 31.
Yeah, that's 6 years. Yeah. That's a completely different generation at this point.
Yeah.
We're moving so quickly that things are good. Like, we're moving so quickly but the 6 years is now 40.
Yeah.
And 2020 lasted a decade. Okay, I'm sorry. Nobody can convince me otherwise. The last year was not 10.
Oh, man.
Do you guys remember Murder Hornets? That used to be a thing.
Oh my God.
You know how World War III
Murder Hornets are still a thing, though.
We were going to have World War III last January. The January before last.
I just want to remind everybody of Y2K.
Oh my god.
Oh
we
my
were
God,
like,
Y2K.
we were legitimately terrified of that.
Everybody was fucking horrified.
Box, were you even alive during Y2K? I don't know how old Box is, by the way. I'm guessing since he's getting ready to graduate college. He's 98.
No,
and yet he's
1998.
No, 1998.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so no, you don't remember Y2K.
You don't remember Y2K and the panic that caused.
I definitely remember Y2K.
I don't remember it.
That was
and then it was like okay, wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah.
We were wrong about it resetting at 00.
Yeah.
It's at 01. And then 9/11 happened and everybody's like, told you this is the Y2K bug hitting later than it was supposed to be. And you're like, that's not what's happening.
And then there was supposed to be the end of the world according to the Mayan calendar
at 2012.
2012. There's something interesting about that. People have now speculated that we were off by 8 years.
Listen, they can speculate all they want. I'm still not convinced the world didn't end in 2012 and we're all just in hell.
I mean,
I'm just going to say it.
I'm still waiting for the meteor of...
I'm not. Yeah, Meteor 2020, right? That was.
I remember Nibiru, the Planet X.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Holy cow!
The outlier planet.
Right.
So let's recap, shall we? We've gone through quite a bit. We've gone through Y2K.
Yep. We survived
We've
Y2K. We've
gone through Pluto no longer being a planet.
Listen, I will be damned that is the fucking hill I die on. Pluto is a planet. There are 9 of them, and you cannot tell me otherwise. Neil deGrasse.
Technically, there's 10.
Listen, I don't want to hear about your 10th planet. We have not. It's not been seen yet.
Yeah, there is actually one past Pluto.
Listen, if Pluto is not a planet, neither is it.
After that is the whole planet, like Nibiru.
Well, I think they're having still an issue with the other planet because it takes so long for it to orbit.
Yeah, right.
They can't really tell if it's a planet or not.
Yeah, they're not. They haven't been able to get it's like they don't have photographic evidence of it yet. They know that it's there because of the gravitational pulls, but I don't think they've actually seen it.
That's Nibiru. Yeah.
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 No, there's another one that it does not follow the same ellipse that all the other planets do. It is on a completely different plane.
Because it's so far away from the sun's gravitational pull, it's not being pulled in.
That wasn't Nibiru. That was Planet X.
No, they might all be.
Listen, it's a different one.
It's Planet XXX. Okay, it's the porn planet.
It's the porn planet.
What do they call that one? I'm actually curious. I'm gonna look it up.
I don't know. Can we get our research team on that? he's like I wasn't paying attention. Can you repeat the question?
I'm gonna rely on Box here.
Things that pertain to my generation. One I'm going to send to the memes channel real quick.
He just wants us to talk about stuff that he knows what's going on about.
That's a first pair of
Timberlands. Tim's.
Timberlands? Oh.
This is what my generation finds funny.
Don't get it. Don't understand.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. My grandpa's showing, I get it.
I've been trying to find deep fried memes.
Deep fried memes?
No, deep fried beans.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
I had some for dinner. Oh no, but I had refried beans.
Any meme that has the word beans in it will always make me laugh.
I don't understand.
I don't know why. It just does.
Like,
so they would just randomly say beanie.
No.
No.
It won't work on me. You
There-
won't work on me. But
It won't work on me as he's starting to laugh.
Watching there.
the delayed reaction. Sorry.
There was one video, because I am somewhat curt on these, of a guy posting a meme like what random used to be and what it is now, and what it is now is me and my boys at 3 a.m. looking for beans. Okay. That works.
I mean, it is random.
Yeah.
It is random.
I don't know.
Trad over there.
I don't have an answer. I don't understand. Like I said, I think my grandpa's showing because I don't get the joke.
Here's probably a good example. Here, I got you.
I got you.
But is it actually?
At least I think it's funny because it's got a crock and you're calling it a crock pot. Like, that's what I think is funny about the joke. You think the beans are funny. I don't. Humor is subjective.
Yeah.
It is subjective. You're running out of water there.
I am out of water.
You're gonna have to run to the bathroom.
Nope.
After the podcast.
Oh yeah, after the podcast, definitely.
After the podcast, yeah.
That is a post-podcast ritual.
What was it like the second episode where I had to go AFK like twice?
Right, just up and walk. I'm like, and this is where Varanax is being very professional and just up and leaving. Well, what was it? The rant episode? Your computer completely crashed right in the beginning, and it was just me and rant for a while.
Yep, it was.
Yeah, so and then all of a sudden you're just like, boom. I was like, oh, and Varanax is back. That's like,
it was like 15 minutes.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
It's 15 minutes.
Like the first 15 minutes is just me and rant chit chatting about computer.
I don't understand. I don't.
Oh, and I don't try.
I don't.
Listen, our brain doesn't have enough of the connections left. The gray matter's starting to smooth out in our old age. We don't have to know.
I'm trying to be hip with these young fellers.
It's time to get crotchety.
It's time
I'm excited to be crotchety.
Beans meme start.
I don't know. It's just it appeared one day and just like.
I guess that's what I need for context.
Okay, so that's okay. That's going to be the audience participation. All right.
There you go.
When you guys see this on YouTube, we need you to leave a link in the description telling us exactly where this originated, and maybe we'll join in on the laughter because me and Trad, we don't get it. We just don't get it.
I mean, hey, look. Wait, you and Trad. I'm over here like, what? Beans?
Hey, look, Varanax, you're the one that's on YouTube all the time.
Even I don't get it.
That's what we're saying. We need somebody to tell us what's going on.
We do need somebody to inform us and enlighten us on this, please.
We need to have a section of the podcast every week. We'll just call it Box Tells the Old People What's Hip. And yes, I used the word hip on purpose.
Oh yes.
Like, all right, there was this one video where this guy filled his computer with beans.
I did see that.
He actually filled, yeah. Exactly. Called the IT. That was funny. That was hilarious, actually. This guy opens up the computer. He's like, "There's beans in there." What?
Oh, I did see that video. Is
that basically homeless? He does a lot of those.
What I saw when I watched that video was, oh, that guy just ruined that computer.
Yeah, that was my thing. I'm like, I'd be the IT guy going, "Oh, what the hell did you do?"
Who was that? There's a YouTuber that just started out kind of it's like a do-it-yourself kind of video, and it started out sort of normal and then just escalated. I'm trying to remember what his name was. Where he just started breaking shit and
Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about.
Oh, it's
He'd
Ross
always end up
Creations.
Oh man, I'm gonna try to remember because he does like one of the segments that he did was like a cooking style video.
Yeah.
And I think I got like it like somehow came up in the algorithm for me. And I was like, oh cool, a new channel that does cooking. And I watched it and it was like, take your potatoes and then like he's like scrubbing them or whatever, and then he like throwing plates across. I was like, how does this make sense?
How to Basic.
That is How to Basic. Yep.
How to Basic is amazing.
Yeah. Grandpa was not entertained.
It's
How to
amazing.
Basic, like, okay, there are certain videos where it's just like, what the fuck, but there are other videos there that are like,
really
what
funny.
the fuck, this is fucking hilarious.
How to fix a water damaged laptop, and he just sets it on fire.
Yeah, he actually sets it. Oh my god, there was this video where he got worried at one point during the video. You could tell because he started smashing the laptop, but he hit the lithium ion battery, so it started to smoke.
No.
So you saw the camera move because he's about to take the camera away.
Oh no.
This battery is about to explode.
It's about to explode, yeah.
So there are some videos where he does some crazy shit, but he's like, oh god, what am I doing?
So speaking of craziness, and being on the tweeter, I saw. Did you guys hear about the Mr. Beast $100,000 giveaway that he had this week?
Oh, I haven't, no.
So apparently Mr. Beast has an app, and it was called the Finger on the App Challenge. And you had to keep your finger on the app for the longest. And if you were the last person with your finger on the app, you won $100,000.
Oh.
Went for 2 days, 3 hours.
Wow.
Before the second place person took his finger off the app. And Mr. Beast goes, I felt so bad for that second place person because apparently it was down to 2 people after like 9 hours. And then like it went for an additional like day and a half or something like that. But just these 2 people with their finger on the app. And apparently they had a way to like you had to give permission to your camera. And you had to give permission to your microphone. So they could randomly pop in at random intervals and check to make sure you had your finger. And it had to be you, and it had to be your finger on the app. And so he said, I felt so bad for the second place person, I gave them $20,000 too. Can we just like get super big so we could just give away a shit ton of money?
I mean, that would be great.
I mean,
that would be awesome.
Could you just imagine like
oh, I looked up YouTube in dark mode. Hold on, let me go ahead and get my light back.
There you go. There we go.
Sorry.
But that's just crazy how he's just able to just, and I know, I mean, Mr. Beast, he was part of the 20 million trees. You know, he does a lot of things, and it's just.
He does a lot of good things.
He does a lot of good things, but he also does some like really crazy things to his friends. And I kind of like want to be his friend just so I can have a chance to win some of the prizes. But at the same time,
that's right, Mr. Beast. If you see this, we want to be your friend.
We want to be your friend, Mr. Beast. Please. Listen, we only have to be your friend for a week, but during that week, can we have some sort of prize thing going on? Because I'll be excited for it. I have a house to pay off, honestly.
This is how you become friends, yeah.
This is a great start, man.
We'll be good. It's cool. You can come on the podcast.
Yeah.
Good God, could you have?
We'll have him on. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
That would actually be pretty fucking cool. Just saying.
That would be terrifying.
It would be terrifying, yes.
Because that's the video that you know for a fact is going to get huge, and you have to be perfect the whole entire time. And if you screw up even once, you're like,
be yourself. Yeah, like that's the big thing. That's the big thing, though. Like with videos like that, if you have a celebrity on, you're gonna end up trying to second guess yourself every step, and it's not gonna be you.
Right.
You have to be yourself for that video because that is going to be the determinant factor of if you are going to be successful or not. Because if you're not going to be yourself, then
Listen, the biggest celebrity we've ever had on this podcast is Rant. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably out of all of these videos the one that's done the best. So he's definitely our biggest celebrity we've had on.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Sorry, Boyan. I know you were here for multiple videos in a row.
It's fine.
And honestly, Box, like, you don't care. You understand. It's Rant. Listen, Rand's been playing.
Healer officer. He's not gonna be healing you. Next raid.
Listen, Rand's been playing Sea of Thieves with us.
Dude, it's so much fun.
Rant has let some things slip through his facade that he keeps up, and it's been really kind of funny.
Oh man. So, have you been recording this or?
Yes, but that's my. I've been doing some stream. We did a couple stream episodes of it, but it is trying to be my off stream recording.
Mm-hmm.
And that's actually why the next video is going to take longer. Is we ran into cheaters, people that and it's so funny because Carl's been playing with us too, and Carl's like, that's just how the game is played. Like they totally ganked us. They jumped on, whatever, did our. And I'm like, but Carl, somehow this person got onto our ship without 4 people noticing while we were in a lull, in a fight, and whatever. And I'm like, I'm going to go back and look. And I literally can see in the video where the guy phases out of nowhere. He's completely invisible, phases out of nowhere, throws a firebomb, kills Box, drops our anchor, jumps off the ship, and then we're looking at the mermaid. I'm sitting there staring the mermaid down that you would use for transportation back to your own ship.
Mm-hmm.
And the mermaid accepts him and takes him away, but the guy's never on screen.
Yep.
So he's completely invisible.
And it was both on my screen and on Trad's.
Yeah.
Because I shot a harpoon directly at the thing to try and snag him. He wasn't there.
Right. So we definitely found some shenanigans going on. We also think that the guy was doing, because he killed 3 of us with 1 sword swing.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we were at half health, but it shouldn't have been that bad.
It shouldn't be that bad.
I was way underneath the water trying to get to their ship, and I was way underneath, and they somehow sniped me. Even though I couldn't see up below the water, but they could. I don't know. There's some shenanigans. So that's what we're putting it. That's the next video. So I'm in the process of putting together, but I got to go. It's a lot of going clip by clip to find a little bit.
Sketchy moments.
Yeah. And I showed these guys last night. I was like, you need to watch this. And they agreed that you can literally watch the guy materialize out of nowhere. Like one screen, he's there. Next screen, half of him's there. Next screen, he's all the way there. So there's definitely some shenanigans going on. So that's the next video that I'm putting together. And by I mean also with my new graphic designer and / editor for the videos. Apparently I should have asked for help long time ago, but I felt bad for asking for help, and now I got yelled at yesterday for not asking for help. So now I don't think I have a choice.
Like, you literally know someone who works in After Effects.
Guys, I understand all of this. I have read enough of the internet to know that you don't just ask somebody to work for free.
It's your group, though.
It's your group. Which is why I've been trying to figure this all out by myself. Because I didn't want to ask for it.
I've done my yelling. Who's next?
Yeah, who's next to chew on
I'm gonna be doing a lot of yelling there, Shrek. Just saying. You're literally talking to someone who has a degree in this. I'm just saying.
Okay, but.
Okay, bye.
I mean, again, I've read the part of the internet where you're not supposed to just ask artists to do things for free and your payment will be exposure. Okay. Like, I'm just saying, like, at least I was trying to.
It's your friend.
I know. I understand.
And one of them you've known for 20 years.
Jesus, you're making me feel old. Yes, I know. Okay.
I knew your mic sounded better. I can't see your mic like with your shirt there.
Oh yeah, he's
No,
bust up.
so much better.
Totally on purpose.
Yeah. He's got himself a nice new mic too.
Podcast.
There's the mic,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's gone, and you can't. No,
He's never to
it's
be
not
seen again.
never to be seen again.
In a world where Boyan had a mic, but now you can't see it.
Guess
So
what?
my
I went.
attention is going to be focused on you there, Bot. So
Ho ho.
when are we going to get you a webcam and a microphone?
Yeah, you.
He's like, guys, it's not working. I can't hear you. What'd you say? I can't.
These headphones ain't working, guys. I don't know what to tell you.
I gotta be glad. I'm also noticing I'm the only one that uses the in-ear earbuds for my.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. I really wish I could get wireless ones that connected to the computer, but for some reason they just don't. They hate me.
Mine isn't wireless.
No, I know.
Right.
I just wish I had wireless in-ear earbud.
Oh yeah.
I prefer the in-ears. I get hot and I get headaches. Oh, what you want me to tell you?
Yeah, I mean, what's fair is fair.
Right.
I mean, there is also like I won't be able to hear you for a second. Like there's a little padding here.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of headsets that have that.
These are my old ones.
Oh, those don't look comfortable at all.
No, they weren't. No. Which is why I now have these ones.
I highly recommend.
Yeah.
I mean that one looks comfortable.
Yeah.
Got padding too.
Yeah, but
for those of you that are listening to us on Spotify, which I think there might be one, everybody is now currently showing off what their headsets look like to me because I have an in-ear and they all have over the top. So
check us out on YouTube, just saying.
Yeah, we're also on YouTube. We all have Twitch channels. Though only two of us stream because the other two are camera shy or something.
No,
I don't stream with my camera on.
No. To be fair, I haven't been doing my videos with my camera on recently either. I stream with my camera on. I don't do my videos with my camera on.
Yeah, I don't stream with my camera on at all, and I feel partially like in it is a style.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Where I like to show like all of the game, like every aspect of it, and then
well, that's like
outside of that, I feel I'm happy to go on camera.
Well, that's like when I did my long stream and I was doing Dead Rising. There were numerous times that, like, in the middle of the stream, I'm like moving things because I'm realizing we're covering up like the health bar or the weapons and so like it just got. But when I stream, I'm gonna stream and that's what's. But for the recorded videos, I think I'm gonna do camera off from now on and just. Then you can listen to the sultriness of my voice.
Yeah, as far as me, I'm just not cool. I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, we know you never had Facebook.
I don't have Facebook.
Wow.
Yeah. It's gotten to that point.
Post another wow.
Wow.
GIF.
I know. I never deleted the channel like I threatened.
By the way, wasn't the WoW chat supposed to be reset?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, it did.
No, I never. I never reset it.
You didn't? Oh, okay.
I was going to.
There's so many WoWs.
I was all bark, no bite on that one. So
you gotta follow through, man. Gotta follow through.
Yeah, I did reset the poll channel.
Like you remove the history of WoW.
Wow. Yeah, I definitely have definitely reset the poll channel for the new upcoming stream. I think it's
so. What exactly do you have an itinerary for what you want to do with that?
Well, that's what I'm asking for suggestions now. And I asked on my Twitter, I asked in the Discord, to try to get suggestions on what people would be interested in seeing. and some rules and some giveaways and the one thing
I
is
have some keys for you, by the way. So
you and Calf reached out, and Calf's already sent me a couple keys. So these are Steam keys that I'll be able to give out throughout the time. And we'll go from
Would you want to try to set up? I know we talked about doing a what was that? Oh, what was it called? The crowd control Legend of Zelda run through, like randomizer.
I would be interested in doing something like that. Yeah. It would
would have to be like you need a lot of people watching.
Yeah.
And like participating for it to be like.
Well, that's the goal.
For the crowd control to be fun.
Right.
The randomizer will be fun anyway.
Right. And I would be completely fine with doing something like that. That's what that's what I'm asking for in that section right now is just what are these suggestions? What are some ideas that you guys have? I'm asking for like rules. Like if somebody donates, 100 bits, I will do this. And you better be damn sure if I'm going for as long as I'm going to be going for it. Drinking is not going to be on the table at least until later.
Nope.
There's no way 100 bits is going to get you anything worth of alcohol. I'm just throwing it out there.
Here's my question. Is there a specific day you're going to be doing this?
Yeah. So my family's going to Michigan. To where we normally go skiing at, but they're renting an Airbnb just to kind of hang out, get kids out of the house.
Right. Yeah.
They're going with other family. I was going to go for a portion of that time. I emailed my boss and I was like, hey, can I take this time off? And he goes, I'm already taking that time off. And since we're the only two people that run the program, no,
that's new.
He literally he said that we would be able to figure out. And I said, you know what? Don't worry about it. I'm like, we're doing a big thing in the summer. I'll just, I'm gonna call in that. Then I'm gonna ask for extra time that time. And he said that's fine. So hopefully I'll get like 2 weeks off in the summer instead of just like a week and a half or something.
Right.
So basically they're leaving Saturday morning, the Saturday before Easter. So I think it's April 3rd.
Okay.
At like 10, knowing with my family 10, 11 ish. And then, so I want to start like between 2 and
4. Right. So
and then go.
Here's my question. Do you want the D&D session to be part of that stream?
We can. I don't want to. The problem is that part of it's going to be on Easter, so I don't want to like interrupt anybody's family time or stuff like that. True. So
you got a point. You got it.
And I would, I wouldn't mind, like I said, it being a suggestion. I would be fine with talking with the group if that's what they want to do. But then again,
what you could do is do a one-shot D&D campaign.
Yeah.
Instead of like an actual like continuation of what y'all are doing, just do like to get like a makeshift group together and do like a one shot.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be against it if people wanted to do that, or and we could always put together like a group and then maybe raffle off a spot.
That would be cool.
Like a beforehand, like, hey, like, or we could, it's going to be a 2-hour session. This is what you're, we'll do it like in the first couple hours of the stream. It's towards the end. Here's 2 hours. If you want to join, put in for the raffle.
Yeah, that would be cool.
We do that. Yeah. Let me see what.
I'm there for the entire stream as well. So
yeah, Varanax is going to be there. So hopefully he's able to be there and not.
Yeah, with the surgery and everything.
Yeah, but, I'm worried for you. That's my only reason. As somebody who took months to recover from surgeries, it's been.
If I'm in a situation where I can't do it, I will 100% let you know. But otherwise,
we're make Idar sit there instead. We'll just put Verily the next
sub in
Yeah, it'll just have Verily the Next behind him, and it'll be Idar, and we'll be like,
I'll just be like
Varanax,
knocked out, and he'll just be in the background, you know.
Yeah. Listen, if you can hold his hand and take care of him while he got his vaccine, he can sit in your chair while you're post surgery. This is the deal. I know, that's what I'm saying. This is the deal you made. So, and I'm sure that the rest of the Discord people and stuff like that are all going to be involved. I've already started promoting it though. So I really am trying to get a lot of interest drawn up. I spoke with Idar about the 24-hour stream as well. Like, so if we're doing this, you know, I'm set on it. Like that's the day. I think it works perfectly.
What day again?
So Saturday going into Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it would be the 3rd into the 4th.
Okay, so in April. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's why I know we have plenty of time to plan some, shenanigans and stuff if we want to do. And this goes for anybody that's listening. If you have any thoughts and ideas, the Discord is listed on the channel. So if you join, have any ideas or anything, and you want to post some stuff in there, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm definitely trying to find some ideas on what to do. So far Steam Key giveaway seems to be a give me. I think if we kind of have like a bit limit raised or something, I could do a tier 3 sub.
Mm-hmm.
I would be fine with that. Yes, that was my plan anyways, Box. Don't be trying to take credit for my quack. That's right. Everybody wants the quack. That's the only way you get Mr. Quackers. So there's that, and then and there's got to be other things. Like I've got stickers. I don't mind sending stickers to people.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Like you can actually send like a physical.
It's very bright. There you go. So that's the Trad Dad sticker.
Yeah. Pretty shiny sticker.
It's very shiny.
That is a nice,
great quality.
Sticker.
They work. They hold up. I mean, I've had mine on my cup. It's been through the dishwasher. And it's still. It looks faded out, but I promise you, it's not. Very bright over. There you go.
There we go.
So,
all right.
that's. I would be fine with that. I don't have any other merch to just send out randomly to people. Trust me, if I had merch, you would never see a Bazinga shirt. I'd be rocking the Trad Dad t-shirt. But yeah, excited about the 24-hour.
I'm looking forward to it. I mean,
it's gonna be rough.
It's gonna be at like 3 a.m. You and I jumping into some random game too.
Just sitting there going, what are we doing here?
Pretty much.
I don't even know what I'm playing anymore. Why are we playing Among Us? I thought we were playing. Oh God, no, we are playing Among Us. And they're like, and then the button gets hit.
I know a game that'll wake us up. All right, I'm gonna suggest this one.
Okay.
Dead Space 3.
Okay.
It has a co-op mode.
Okay.
So we'll have to try that.
Yeah.
I'll have to get it downloaded, but yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to find it. I might have.
But yeah.
I'll have to go through my collection. You know how it goes. You know how it goes.
Yeah, no,
you gotta just start scrolling and going. Is it? This is the D section. Dead Rising. Dead. No, not Dead.
All right. Well, it hit 9:06. We've been going over for a little while, actually.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
From our usual.
Yeah.
Brad.
Yes, sir.
The guy that I talked about that did like the randomizer with the crowd control.
Mm-hmm.
He did that for his 1 year anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
It is now his 2 year anniversary, and he's doing it again.
Oh,
if you
nice.
wanna, kind of check out how it's what it's looks like and kind of how it feels.
Yeah, you'll post that in the Discord. I'll definitely check that out.
Oh,
I'll
by the
post
way,
his name.
I'm gonna be reaching out to streamers as well as a bunch of other YouTubers as well to see if they're and indie game developers.
Oh yeah.
To see if they're willing to come on to the podcast.
Sure.
And talk
Nice.
about it. So I'm going to be doing that in the next week. I'll see if I get anyone to join us.
Yeah.
So for anyone watching to this point, I'm going to be doing that. Hopefully we'll get someone.
Right. Yeah. No.
If you've gotten this far into the podcast, you are a prime candidate.
Congratulations. We like you. But only if you leave us like and subscribe and a comment down below.
Exactly. Comment nice things down below. Comment nice things down below.
Stop it, Box. I'm allowed to say what I
Like
want.
how Box is like, no.
Stop it, Box. That's the only way you get people. Don't you know that?
Can't hit bills. That's illegal.
You have to comment. Listen, we have 2 commenters every single week. My dude Omni Evil and Rant. And I respond back every single week to both of them.
Right.
So
we respond to your comments.
yes.
All right. So let's go ahead and wrap this up.
All right.
Great podcast, by the way. Like this was an awesome one.
I think Vernax has to pee this time. It's not me.
Oh, I really have to.
See, told you, nailed it. Nailed it. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much. Let's wrap up. This is the Derailed Podcast, and we were definitely derailed today.
Oh yeah.
So many times.
So many times. I don't even know what we talked about. I don't even know. I don't even know what we're calling this podcast. It's just gonna be the.
We really need to find some rails next time around, guys. I honestly think we need to have at least one topic written down.
I will go ahead and write a topic.
We have one topic, and we'll never get to it.
I used to have a script. Like I actually had a full
I know you did.
page worth of topic.
Yep, there was a flow chart. If we talk about this, but then somehow with like 2 steps in, we were like, not even on paper anymore. So, all right, guys, I am Trad Dad.
I am verily the next.
I'm Boyan.
I'm Box.
And we are the I'm Box.
That was great. Folks.
And we are the Derailed Podcast, and we can't even do an outro without getting derailed. So, hope you all have a great night. Thank you very much for watching.